Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Dusk Till Dawn. This is the final table of the mini main event, event number 6 of the World Championship of Amateur Poker. Leigh, you're stood by our 9 players.
Yeah, I am watching the very first hand of this final table. Asa and Nathan in this hand will introduce you to the table any second now. We're just watching a board of 8, 9, Jack, 10 at the moment. Asa's checked. I think they're both in the blinds, actually. So it's a blind on blind here. Just going to let them play this one out, and then we'll do a quick one-shot on the table and let you know who we've got here on this final table for the mini-main. Still loads going on at Dusk Till Dawn today. We've got the Mix Max happening. We've got the limit mix game as well. The PLO 456 have just started, and I can now see the tag team up on the screen as well, event number 22, and Asa takes that one down, showing an ace. So let's do a quick one on the table, Des, and you've got the chip counts there for these guys as well, so you can let us know who we've got.
Absolutely. In seat 1 here is Craig Rose. Craig has just over 500k. And seat 2, Scottish player Gary Johnston. Well stacked here, 1.3 million for Gary. In seat 3 is Stephen Frew. We've seen Stephen at major finals here at Dusk Till Dawn before. Stephen has 1.8 million in chips and is our chip leader. Seat 4, Matis Gerdzounis, who we saw at the final table of the main event yesterday. Leigh went out in 4th. Very impressive player. 885k for Matis. In seat 5 is Steve Adamson with 1.25 million. Seat 6 is, well known, well loved APAT player Asa McGrath, 755k for Asa. Then we have Scottish international Nathan Duncan in seat 7 with 1.37 million in chips. Seat 8, we have Anthony White with 515k in chips. And in seat 9 is Justin Titchener with 510k. Those are your finalists, Leigh.
Yeah, absolutely. So great final table we've got here. 296 runners started this mini main across 4 day ones. Just over 17,000 in the prize pool, and these guys now have locked up £460 for 9th place. Then it goes 580, 700, 900, 1100, 1400, and the top 3 places. Bronze medalist is going to pick up £1,700. Silver medalist is going to pick up 2,100, and the winner is going to take home £2,800. The APAT gold medal and the all-important WCOAP bracelet. So there we go. That's what they're playing for. Anthony all in and gets that one through. So blinds are currently 25,000, 50,000 with a big blind ante of 50,000. Chip wise, we've got 3 colours in play on the table. The yellows are 5,000 chips, the pinks are 25,000 chips, and the greens are 100,000 for any of you eagle-eyed people at home that are interested in that. Time bank chips today are the blue and yellow ones, just in case you see those on the table and wonder what they are. All the players have got a stack of those to give them an extra 30 seconds per chip if they've got a decision to make at this final table. But we are on a shot clock, a 20-second shot clock for those guys. So Anthony on the button in this hand, Justin a small blind, and Craig in the big blind. And it's a raise from Stephen Frew. He makes it 105,000 to play. Mattis folds, as does Steve. Asa raises it up to 210. And looks like the other guys are all getting out of the way. So decision back on Stephen. And he's going to let that go. And Asa scoops up the blinds and ante plus Stephen's initial raise. The guys are on a 20-minute clock here, so little bit quicker than the main event yesterday, but really, really good structure, and still plenty of play in this. They're sat playing around an average stack of about 20 bigs or so, which is where I think it's played most of this day two. We brought 36 players back, all in the money, to this day two. Great tournament. Had 111 runners in the 1D last night, last one of the night. And as you mentioned, Mattis, who was on the final table of the main event, finished in fourth, jumped straight into that 1D, built himself a stack, and is now at another final table. He's like a live poker bot.
Just a machine, absolute machine.
Yeah, absolute machine. So on to the next hand, Craig in the on the button this time. So it's Gary in small blind, Stephen in the big, which will be Mattis to act first. He's going to fold. As does Steve Adamson, as does Asa, so does Nathan, and flips and shows a card. Always got to be careful when folding your cards. And Justin is all in, and just Stephen in the big blind to get through, and he does. So Justin gets that one through. Yeah, Nathan a little bit aggressive with his folding flick there. Yeah,
Shows a hand of recognition of that fact.
Yeah, Nathan represented Scotland in the International Team Championship earlier on in the week. Put in some good performances for the team, but not quite good enough for him to pick up a medal this year. Obviously, that event won by the Orange men. The Dutch took home the win in that one, Des, on Thursday, which feels a long time ago, doesn't it?
Thursday, Leigh? Thursday of which week?
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
This week?
Yeah.
This week?
It
Certainly a lot of water, a lot of medals have passed under the bridge since then. Scotland started that event probably about 9 points back from the Netherlands for the last phase of play. Fell away a little bit towards the end of it. Finished fifth eventually, just surpassed by Ireland in the heads-up of the MTT. But a good effort nonetheless, and I know for sure that the guys have had a smashing week, and they've pretty much been down here since Wednesday.
So it's folded around to the button, and Gary's raised it up to 125,000, and Stephen gets out of the way, and Mattis makes the call. So we're going to see a flop here, and it is King 410, a couple of diamonds on that. So it's gone check. Both 7 of clubs on the turn. Mattis makes it 115,000, I think it is. And Gary decides to fold. And our main event final tableist wins that one. So steady day, final day of the WCOAP 2024, day 6 for us to say. Final 5 bracelets going to be doled out today.
It's just when you say a steady final day and then you say the final 5 events are going to play out. It just shows you how surreal this week tends to be for APAT. 22 bracelet events, and steady final day is 5 bracelets are going to be awarded. Yes, sir.
Round we're folding all the way around to Stephen on the button. And he makes it 100,000. Mattis in the small blind and Steve in the big. Mattis folds. And Steve says, I'm all in. And Stephen lets it go. So whilst it's heading for the next hand. So yeah, still loads going on for the limit game. Mixed limit game is happening over there. It's Sam from Aspers still in. He's still in. Yeah, he's still in. Yeah, Sam's still going in that. That's the PLO 456 going on over there. Right down the very bottom there, you can see the mix max happening, and these empty tables here are ready and raring to go for the tag team event.
Yeah, I could give you some numbers there, Lee. 90 in the mix max, 52 remaining in that. 54 have just started 2 p.m. in the mixed game, the limit. 52 in the 456 with 49 remaining, and we're currently taking registrations for the tag team. And meanwhile, Wayne Parker's out there supporting my England teammate, Asa. Come on, Asa, get another bracelet. Here we go. If you're railing anyone today, guys, do say so in the chat box, and we shall let them know you're watching.
Raves from Nathan under the gun to 125,000, and it folds all the way round to Craig Rose in seat 1, and he's gone all in. I think the others might be Ace are in the big blind still to act. Who's going to fold? And Nathan very quickly makes a call. Snap calls it with Ace King. It's Ace 10 for Craig. It's going to be the Ace 10 that's going to be at risk here. So here we go. Queen 3 6. 4 on the turn. And Jack on the river. And we're going to lose Craig Rose. Going to finish in 9th place. Very well done to him. He's going to pick up £459 in 9th place.
Excellent. And we might create a little bit of space here for flop cam if we can, Lee. If we can. And I shall leave the camera on you, my friend.
So on we go. First one down on the final table. So Asa in the small blind here, Nathan in the big, and Anthony and Justin fold, as does Gary. And we go then to Stephen, who folds. Mattis out of the way. So it's Steve on the button and makes it and he makes it 430,000. So Asa folds out of the small blind, and Nathan's having a think here. Nathan says them all in. Decision back on Steve. There's a call.
Wow.
Nathan shows pocket jacks, and Steve has got 9-10 of diamonds. Going to be the 9-10 at risk here. Here we go. 5 deuce jack. 4 on the turn he's going to do for it, and king on the river, and we're going to lose Steve in 8th place, picking up £579. Very well done to him. Great run in this. And Nathan busts 2 and adds to his stack. Holds that. Perfect timing back to bust another one. Great stuff. There we go. So our YTS trainees just in setting up the camera on the table. Yeah. So on we go. Eights are on the button this time, and it's Nathan in the small blind, Anthony in the big blind. And Justin folds. Around we go to Gary. Raising chips from Gary up to 125,000. Stephen folds, as with Mathis. Ace of folds button. Just a blind to get through. Nathan's out the way. Just Anthony on the big blind. And he's going to fold, so Gary will win that one. So Nathan's raised it up to 250,000 on the button, and Anthony is all in from the small blind. Decision on Justin in the big, in seat 9 there. And he says no. Assuming Nathan's going to make a call, he is. Nathan shows ace-5 of hearts, and for Anthony it's pocket 4s. So it's the pocket 4s at risk here. 7, 10, 6 with a couple of hearts. Another 10 counterfeit options as well now. Deuce on the river though, and Anthony will get a double up through Nathan. So our resident poker bot reckons 20 outs. Matters, yeah? Yeah, give or take, yeah, give or take, yeah.
And Tomo's out there. Good to see you, Tomo. Good luck, Asa.
You win some, you lose some. Hey, Nathan, yeah, that's the way to look at it. Absolutely. So on we go. So anyone just tuning in, we are live from Dusk of Dawn in Nottingham. This is the World Championship Amateur Poker 2024. This is event number 6. It's a mini main final, but this has been going on for a few days. So we are on the last day of the festival with events 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think are playing out also. Not actually 19, 20, 21, 22 plus this one. So 5 bracelet events today. Folded all the way round to Anthony on the bottom, who raised it up to 105,000. Justin folds out the small blind. Gary makes the call in the big blind. So 2 players are going to see a flop of 6, 10, 5. Check from Gary. Anthony fires out a bet of 150,000 and gets that one through and adds to his stack. Recently just doubled up through Nathan with that previous hand, and now hoovering up a few more chips, Des.
Absolutely.
So blinds have just gone up. We're now at level 25. They are blinds now 30,000, 60,000 with a big blind ante of 60,000. 20-minute levels here on this final day of the mini main. Gary in the small blind, Stephen in the big blind, Mattis folds under the gun. Round we go to Asa. He folds, as does Nathan. Decision on Anthony. Anthony says, I'm all in. Justin folds on the button, so just the 2 blinds to get through now. Gary folds. As does Stephen. Anthony wins another one. Oh, bit of a roll here. Des, I think it's 3 on the bounce. With a double up.
Yeah, he's got the old
to,
momentum.
Yeah, decided to put his foot to the floor a little bit. Hoover up some chips. So next hand is going to see Gary in seat 2 on the button, which means it's Stephen in the small blind, Mattis in the big blind. Asa will be first to act. And he folds. As does Nathan, as does Anthony, as does Justin, as does Gary. So we're right round to the blinds. There's oh, Mattis is going to get a walk. Have a look anyway. Shows ace 3, suited, ace 3 of clubs. So next hand, and Justin is all in from mid position. He's just going to have the blinds to get to at the moment. Mattis is in the small blind. Asa is in the big blind. Mattis is out of the way. Decision on Asa. And he says call, so it's queen 8 for Asa. It's ace 3 for Justin. Ace 3 at risk. Ace 8 8. 9 on the turn. And 5 on the river, which means Justin's going to get a double up. Even if that had not all gone all in free, there's a possibility on that flop it might well have done. But the 2 aces on that flop would have made you question whether your opponent's got one themselves, wouldn't it, Des?
Absolutely.
Might well have thought your queen 8 was in a good spot there. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. Bank holiday Monday. We've all got somewhere to be. Yeah. And these guys want to jump into one of the other events anyway, I reckon. So yeah, yeah. So
that's a bad attitude when you're on a final table, Leigh.
Yeah. I'm looking for a tag team partner. Anyone? Yeah. Yeah. Who would you pick, Dad? If you could pick, who's your ultimate? Any APAC member to tag team partner up with you? Who would you go for?
Do you know, it's a really difficult one. I mean, based on form this week, somebody like Dave Howard would be a good bet. Really hard, though. So many talented players.
Yeah, Ace is all in, out of small blind. Nathan's after a count in the big. He looks pained. And
something like that.
Holds 5-6. I don't think it was that painful. I don't think it was that painful. There's you after the team event. You put those aside for for the rest of the week. Honestly, you don't need to. Those rivalries just get parked for the rest of the week.
Scotland, England, right at the border there. Leigh,
I'm not sure though.
elbows.
Actually, Gary's staring down Asa, so maybe those rivalries don't end. Yeah, they never end. Yeah, they never end.
Oh dear, oh dear. I'll tell you who's out there, Leigh. It's one Ben Walton. Afternoon gents. Gutted to miss out this year. Think I would have preferred to be sat down instead of walking. I assume that means you had another one over the weekend, Ben. Hope the feet are okay, my friend.
So on we go. 8 is on the button this time, which means Nathan in the small blind, Anthony in the big, folded all the way round to Mattis, who makes it. I think that might be about 120, which would be a min raise, and it's been called by Nathan out of the small blind. A little bit of value there potentially for Anthony in the big. There is, and so it's going to be 3 players to this flop, Des. And it's 10-5 deuce with a couple of diamonds on that. Check for the blinds. Decision on Mattis. He checks as well. Kevin of clubs on the turn. Blinds are checking again. And we check all the way around. Jack of spades is the river card. Will that raise any interest? 100k is the bet from Nathan out of the small blind. Anthony folds out of the big. Decision on Lattice. He makes the call. King Jack for Nathan. It's Ace Jack for Mattis, and who will win that one? So you're picking Dave Howard then, Des.
It's hard to tell.
You pair up with a previous world's main event champion, bracelet winner this week.
Not convinced they'd have me, Leigh. You know, I could pick Lisa Greer, Dave Howard. There's a whole bunch of players you could just go, yeah, that would be a dream. But I don't think they'd have me, to be honest.
Oh, you've got good game, Des. You've got good game.
A good streaming game, maybe, Leigh.
We can do that. There's nothing else, you and I.
Oh, I'll tell you, our problems are small, Leigh. Ben says just the 3 blisters this time, counting that as a win. Oh, he's a braver man than I am, I have to say.
So we fold around to Asa, who is all in. Nathan folds the button, so just the blinds to get through. Anthony in the small blind, Justin in the big blind. Anthony's asked for a count, so we're just going to do that now. $435 is the count. 435,000 of your finest Dusk Till Dawn chips, and Anthony's going to make the call. Justin gets out of the way. It's King 10 for Asa, and it's pocket 7s for Anthony. It's the King 10 at risk. Here we go. King 9-3 puts Asa ahead. Ace on the turn. He needs to avoid a 7, which he does, and Anthony will double up Asa on this final table. All very calm from both players there, Des.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just poker when it comes to those coin flips. That is just poker. Might get a T-shirt done up with that. It's just poker, Des. Just poker. Yeah.
JFPI, Leigh. JFPI.
What?
That's
Just
it.
article poker in it.
Yeah. No. It nicely explains my game, though.
Yeah. So it's Justin in the small blind, Gary in the big blind here, and Mattis has raised it up to 120,000 from under the gun +1. Asa folds, as does Nathan, as does Anthony. Round to the blinds then. Justin not interested. Let's see with the Gary at the big blind. Nope. So Mattis very nicely controlling the pot size. A number of mean clicks from him. Have you noticed that today so far, Des?
Nothing new to us, Lee. We
Well,
know that.
I think whilst he's in this position, stack wise, then yeah, maybe. Obviously, yesterday we saw him with a monster chip stack and was getting super aggressive pre, which unfortunately, came to bite him a little bit before towards the end of his exits there. But yesterday, not quite in that position yet today. But you can see how his style of play gets him to that point where he's got a lot of chips.
I think that's exactly the point. What we saw yesterday was enough to suggest that he knows exactly what he's doing, and I guess that strategy will be determined to some degree by what's happening around him. But he's smart enough to be able to see all of that. And I mean, on this table, you don't rule him out. So who do you think is winning the poker attire game here, Lee? The look cool at the table. Is it Nathan in his red or?
Ace is all in here. Nathan folds. Anthony folds. Justin is all in as well. We've still got the button and the blinds to get through, which is Gary, Stephen, and Mattis. So still 3 players to act, but Asa is all in and Justin is all in at the moment. And they all fold, and it's Ace King versus Ace King. Not sure where we're at stack size of that. Lots of different denominations there, so we'll let this play out and work it out. It's Ace King versus Ace King. The flop will tell us what we need to know, and with diamonds and nothing else, they're basically all they're going to be going back and splitting the remainder of the pot. As simple as that.
Tony G says, "Let's go, Asa."
Quite happy to get it in with Ace King offsuit there, the pair of them, and you can kind of understand that. There's where we're at the moment. For anyone just tuning in, this is the mini main final table. 7 players remaining, so the guys have locked up £700. This was a £70 buying comp with 4 day ones. So basically, that's where we are with the money. So it's £700 for 7th, then it goes 900, 1100, 1400. Then the medal positions, £1,700 plus the bronze medal for 3rd, 2,100 plus the silver medal for 2nd, and the winner is going to take home £2,800, the APAC gold medal, and the all-important WCOAP 2024 winners bracelet for this particular event. And this year, all of the bracelets have got, you can see, it's got the event number and the name of the event on the bracelet engraved there. Beautiful looking. So that's the gold medal that will go with that bracelet. So we've dished out 15 events so far. We've got 5 to go on this final day. And technically 6 bracelets to go, Des, because we've got the tag team. So we've got a bracelet for each of the winners of that. You don't have to share it 6 months a year. You can you get your own. No expense spared. So I've got a flop here of 8-4 ace, and it's Mattis and Asa in this hand, blind on blind. It's gone check, check. So we're going to see the 8 of spades on the turn. And Mattis pops out a little cheeky 60k bet, and Asa very quickly fold. Couldn't fold quick enough. So numbers starting to increase a little bit for the tag team, which is due to start at 5 o'clock. I'm not sure. There might be potential that might just get delayed a little bit until a few more. But there's still a lot in the mix max and the PLO 8456 and the limit games. So it might well be that that gets a slight delay on it until, but it will be full later on. We know that for sure because everyone will jump into that tag team for the last one of the week.
David Amos is out there, Lee. Good luck, Asa. And also one Matt Cleaves, probably at home now. Good luck, guys.
Well,
isn't that the same Matt Cleaves?
I was going to say, of those two people, so let's start with the first one. I don't know whether Dave will know this yet, but as he's listening in, Dave helps run Raise for Jack, one of the charities we were raising money for with the charity raffle. I can confirm to him that £150 is heading Raise for Jack's way on the back of the charity raffle, so very well done to him. And he may not know this yet, but Matt Cleaves, at lunchtime today, was picked as the Hender Mob Malta winner, and he's going to be heading to Malta in the autumn with £500 cash spending money. So
that's right. They're going to be calling him Malta Cleaves. Nice win,
absolutely.
Matt. Off to play the Hender Mob Championship with
cash. We've got
cash.
a proper 497 here with Nathan and Stephen in this hand. They've now seen a deuce on the turn. So Stephen makes it 275. Action back on Nathan. And he's going to fold. Let me go round because Asa was asking me a question. I couldn't hear him across the table. So. Yes, Nathan, Asa asked me who won the shirt. So Shirley Cole won one of them, Phil Tompkinson won one of them, and Simon Brooke won the third one. So Asa asking a question about the charity raffle earlier on. So and then there's a bunch of people have won seat credits that will get them fairly soon. I'm not sure. I've got a funny feeling you might be on that list of seat credits. I can't remember. I'll see if I can.
I think Asa was from memory.
Have you got that piece of paper anywhere to hand or not?
Yeah. Aces on there.
Yeah. Asa, £10 site credit coming your way.
Nice.
There you go.
And Lee, Matt's back in the chat. Matt Cleaves, and he says, "Have I? Oh my God, I didn't know. I've been swimming with the kids when the draw was on. Boom! Yes, sir, Matt. You are going to Malta in late October to play the Hender Mob Championship. Amazing. We will be railing you from afar, sir." Joe Gaynard says, "Take it down, Asa." Dan Cole says, "Woo." David Aim, who have we got here? Yes, Tomo says, "Good luck, Steve," as well.
So Asa just shoved from the button, and I say gets it through, but then he flips over two black kings, so maybe he wanted a call. Probably would have quite liked it. Looks like the tag team is going to start on time, actually. It's only got sort of 11 or 12 runs at the moment, Des. You'll see it right in front of you where you're sat, but I think it's going to kick off by the looks of it. On time.
Yes, starting to build now. Players beginning to sit at tables. As Mr. Amos says, big thanks to APAP, Poker Raffles, and the legend that is Dan Williams from Raise for Jack and Young Lives versus Cancer. I'm sure everybody's glad that they could have a little hand in helping today with that.
So on the flop here, 10-8 deuce, and it is Anthony and Justin in this hand, blind on blind. And check from Anthony, and Justin fires out a bet of 150,000, and that will be enough for that.
Takes
Justin
it down.
shows 7-3 offsuit. Yeah.
Cheek.
Power poker.
The blooming
Absolute
cheek.
Power poker. Yeah. He's quite happy with the smile on his face with that one.
Just no respect, Lee.
Pleased.
No respect.
Pleased with that one. Yeah. Quick change of dealer again, and we'll be away to go. There we go. And level's gone up again. So blinds are now 40,000, 80,000 with a big blind ante of 80. Oh, I felt like I took a job away there. I mean, I got in early. I should have waited. I should have waited. It means our TD. Just have a sit down. You can have a sit down. Yeah, yeah. That's all.
He's not happy with you there, Leigh, I can tell.
They've worked really hard for 6 days, so they can have a sit down and keep an eye on it. Nice and chilled on the bank holiday Monday. Yeah, yeah. So on we go, next hand, which has got Anthony on the button this time, Justin in the small blind, Gary in the big blind, so Stephen folds, as does Matters up with Taster. Nathan does the same, and from the button is Anthony, who is all in. Justin folds the small blind, decision on Gary, and very quickly lets those go, and Anthony scoops up the blinds and the antes.
All very calmly, all very calm.
Yeah, very much so.
After a couple of early exits.
The average stack now is about 1.3 million, with blinds at 40,000, 80,000. So they are playing a little bit less than 20 bigs at the moment. It is a little bit shallower than some of the stuff we watched during the week.
Yeah, nature of the tourney, right?
Yeah, no, very much so. It's a new one for us, the mini main. First time we've run this at the Worlds, and it's been a huge success. 296 runners across the 4 days. I think that tells you all you need to know, doesn't it? Really, the players like it and have jumped into it very much so. And it's folded round to the blinds, and it's Gary in the small blind. He shoves all in, and Stephen folds out of the big. You're seeing a few more kind of shoves here, but I guess when I just mentioned about the stack sizes,
It's tightly.
it's
tight.
kind of inevitable.
Yeah,
They've
I think so.
Because when you've got anything between 10, arguably between 10 and 20 bigs, I suppose you could argue it's a shoving stack if you wanted to. If you wanted to put super aggression on, you're quite happy to do that. So at the moment where the players stand, that's kind of where what we're seeing happening here. Anthony just did it. Gary's just done it. It's. I'm sure we're going to lose a couple of players in the next, maybe this level or next level, and that'll then open up the game a little bit more. Those remaining. But whatever, it's a nice little cash for you at the towards the back end of this festival. Say £700 locked up here for what was a £70 buy-in.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous. I think it's been a real success, Leigh. I gave everybody the chance to jump into something late with a nice hold'em structure. Fast, of course, but just a great little option.
So the tag team is kicking off, but there are players buying into this all the time. So they started with 3 tables, but they're going to fill up fairly quick in the next 15, 20 minutes, I would have thought, as others bust out.
Tag team was the last one to...
really
last
fun
year.
one well, each year it's a nice one to end the weekend with.
Last one, yeah.
Or the week, should I say. I don't think you can call 6 days here just a weekend, even over a bank holiday. So Mattis in the small blind this time, Asa in the big. It's folded all the way round to Stephen on the button, and he is going to fold into a blind on blind. It's the standard Mattis pose, which is looking across at his opponent's chip stack, has a think, and then this time folds.
So who's your money on here, Leigh? Thankless question, obviously.
It's a thankless question, but if I was to say who I would like to see win it...
I'm not asking that, though.
No, but it's a little bit of a combination of who I think potentially could win it. I'm going to go Mattis. What we saw yesterday on the main event final table, really, really solid game, and he's got himself back here to the same, similar position today. And do you know what? if the cards fall for him right today, because he could just as easily have walked away winning yesterday.
Gary Johnson moves all in, I believe.
Yeah, he does. And just the blinds to get through in Asa and Nathan. Asa's asking for a count, so we're just going to get that counted up.
Is that a call? Is that a call?
No,
time bank.
he's popped the time bank in. So it's about 900,000 is the shove. Didn't hear it exactly, but it's between 800 and 900,000. And Asa is going to fold, as does Nathan. So on we go next hand. Asa on the button this time, Nathan in the small blind, Anthony in the big blind, which means it'll be Justin in seat 9 to act first. Blinds at 40,000, 80,000. Which means the guys are now playing about 15 bigs as an average stack. And Justin is all in under the gun. Gary folds, as does Stephen. Mattis does the same. Decision on Asa, he's going to fold, so just the blinds to get through. Nathan folds. Nope, nobody wants to play. So Justin will just take the blinds and the ante. You. I'm just looking across at the tag team, Des, and I can see Di sat there playing. I just looked. We talk without speaking across the room at who's your tag team, and then I look behind, and Eddie is there behind. But Di sat down taking things off in the tag team. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get Eddie and Di up on the screen.
I can walk over there in a second if you want. And once this hand finishes, I'll quickly scoot over. Nathan is all in from the button.
Oh, hello.
And Anthony folds, as does Justin. He folds as well. So show 7 deuce. Right, I'll quickly scoot there now. Hang on.
So here comes Eddie and Di Cam.
Here we go. The English-Romanian dream team. Yeah.
Hi, Di.
Yeah. Di playing there. Eddie just railing. Doesn't need to do anything, basically. He's going to pick up a bracelet without needing to play. Yeah, he's ready to get limbering up, ready to go if he's needed.
Why has he got the sunglasses?
Are you doing a full high five tagging in? Yeah. They're going to do the full thing. Yeah, be quite impressive.
Dear.
There you go.
Rich Baker on YouTube says, "Come on, Asa." Good to see you over the last few days, Rich. I assume you're at home. Now.
On we go. Justin in the small blind, Gary in the big blind, folded all the way round to Anthony on the bottom. Just blind on blind then. And Justin gentlemanly just makes the small blind up. Let's see whether Gary is going to do anything with his option. No, he's not.
Check.
We're going to see a flop.
Let's see a flop.
Blind on blind. And it's 9, King, 9 with a couple of clubs there. Check from both of them. Jack of Hearts on the turn. 100,000 is the bet from Justin. And Gary makes the call. Actually, sorry, 200,000 is the bet. Actually, I apologise. Gary makes the call. 6 of clubs on the river. And it goes check, check. And king 5 for Gary. And it's 9-4 for Justin. What a flop for both of them, really. Gary did very well to not pay him off any more than that. I think Justin was thinking, probably regretting not firing out again on the river there, Des. Maybe thinking, well, I've been called with a turn bet, so I'll give him a little bit of rope and see what happens. Well, Gary wasn't falling for it. Just decided to check that.
Yeah.
And then actually, the reality of it is, obviously not knowing what Gary's hand was at the time when Justin's doing it. The reality was, if another little bet, he's probably getting called off, isn't he? I would have thought.
Yeah. Ran out okay in the end. That could have been nasty. And Nick Guest out there, come on, Justin, he can buy some new hair. Brilliant. Rich says, yes, ran out of steam, getting on a bit. However, multiple cashes will do that to you. Blatant brag. And Dave is out there.
So Anthony is all in, and it's folded round to Gary and the small blind. He's all in, and it's Queen 9 of clubs for Anthony, and it's pocket aces for Gary.
Wow.
I don't think there's a huge amount between them. I think Gary's probably just slightly ahead. I think the Queen 9 might be a risk. We'll count it up once we're done. So here we go. King Queen 10 though gives options to Gary for Anthony. 3 on the turn. And another Queen on the river. And Queen 9 is going to be good. We're just going to count this up.
Wow. Doesn't just happen online, folks.
Just got him covered. It's not by a huge amount, I think. Just got him covered a little bit. So Gary's going to depart in 7th place, picking up £700. Very well done to him.
Well played,
Aces
Gary.
Get bust on the final table here.
Good man.
So there we go. So Anthony, it's as good as I don't think there's a huge amount between it, stack wise. I think. So pretty much a double up for Anthony, and we are down to 6.
Good stuff. Dave is out there. Good luck to Ed Reynolds and Liam Kelly going for bracelets in the mixed game. That would be nice.
Still loads of players in the mixed game, Des. There'll be stacks of them. I'll just let this hand play out, and I'll quickly show you then what's going on around the corner in the mixed game. Meanwhile, it's a dead button here. So Stephen's in the small blind, Mattis in the big, and Ace of folds, as does Nathan and Anthony, and Justin does as well. So blind on blind, Stephen and Mattis. And Stephen makes up the small blind. It's that all familiar pose. And Mattis checks his option, so we're going to see a flop here, which is 8 ace king of the rainbow variety. Stephen bets 90,000. And Mattis fold. So Stephen with that one. Yes, so the limit game just got mentioned is still going on here. 56 runners started that. We've still got 52 left in, and they'll be playing for a little while, I think, in this one. So they're still all going strong down there. And they've lost 4, but it's not Sam from Aspers. He's still in, still going strong. He says he's played most tournaments this week. But he's still in there. We'll we'll try and see if we can get down the room there and just to give you a shout out to some of the faces playing that one. But obviously not whilst there's hands being dealt here on this final table of the mini main. So folded all the way around to Stephen on the button this time. And he's just going to call the 80,000. Decision on Mattis in the small blind. He makes up small blind. There's an option for Acer. And he's going to check that option. So we're going to be 3 players to this flop. Which is 9 Jack Ace with a couple of hearts. So check from Mattis. Acer makes it 100,000. Stephen makes the call. Mattis does another quick look at his cards and lets them go. So down to 2 players. And the turn is the King of Diamonds. Doesn't look like that's going to stop Acer. No, 150,000, I think. Yeah, 150,000 is the bet. And Stephen re-raises to
There we go.
425,000. Decision back on Acer. Off the time bank chipping, gives himself another 20 seconds. But 20 seconds flies by pretty quickly when you're on the final table.
Come on, Leigh. Have we seen a 4-bet?
It will be an all-in one if he does it. That's for sure. Second time bank chip goes in.
He's giving it serious thought, isn't he?
And he's going to fold, and he's going to show King Jack. And Stephen will just slide those 2 cards into the muck and scoop the chips.
Take the chips indeed. Happy Gilmore, great name. Justin is the goat of Suffolk. Very good.
He's the goat of Suffolk.
Suffolk, yes, he is the absolute goat by all accounts.
Justin, apparently, according to the chat on the streamline, you are officially the goat of Suffolk. Is that a one fan? Yeah, he's saying he's only got. It's just his one fan. Yeah. They've been saying other stuff, but I didn't want to repeat it. And I was like, yeah. You'll find out later. It's all recorded, so you'll find out later.
Quietly, Justin is getting a lot of support, but also a lot of stick. His supporters like to have a little pop at him. Come on, Justin, you can buy a new hoodie. Good luck, buddy. That's from Andrew. New hoodie, a new hair. Go to Suffolk, though. Fantastic. Nice little result. What did you say was up top, Leigh?
2,800.
Fantastic. Brilliant. That would be very nice.
Issa and Stephen are still busy chatting about that previous line. Issa looks torn by it. Yeah. Trying to work out, would you have called if I shoved? Yeah, that kind of lingo is going on.
Unfortunately, he won't be able to look back at the stream in an hour to see what his hold cards were, Stevens. He's just going to have to live with the pain.
Yeah. So, you're not sure whether you caught that. The blinds are up after this hand. We've still got this hand to play, which is folded around to Asa on the button, and he is all in. Nathan gets out of the way in the small blind, and Anthony folds the big blind. So Asa shows an ace. An ace for Asa. So blinds now 50,000, 100,000 with a big blind ante of 100,000. We're in level 27, 6 players remaining. Still over half the prize money to dish out between these top 6. There's £10,000 still up for grabs between them all.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Leigh, but that's a hell of a weekend. What would you spend 10 grand on, Leigh, if we just handed the whole price?
You just handed me 10 grand now.
What would you spend it on, Leigh?
Oh, I'd save it, Des. I'd put it aside.
Oh, Leigh. Oh no, the numbers are plummeting, Leigh. Plummeting. We've gone from 15 down to 7.
When I said save it and put it aside, I mean I'd save it for the WSOP main event next summer.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
that's better.
I mean,
that's more like it.
That's what I want to hear. Be sensible about this. Or you could sneak out in the winter and play the WPT out there. Or there's the Bahamas in December as well, isn't there? Or there's EPT Prague in December. I know you give me lots of options.
Oh, Leigh, I'd be straight into Nottingham High Street, Apple Store maybe. Just buy a couple of iPads.
Fruit salad?
Oh no, Leigh. I think we need more streaming equipment. Some tech. We need tech, Leigh.
So we've got a raise to 205,000 from Stephen under the gun, being called by Mattis, and has also been called by Anthony and Justin out of the blinds. So 4 deuce 5. We've got 4 players in this pot with about 1 million of chips in the middle, Des.
Tasty.
And it's a check from Anthony, and Justin has gone all in from the big blind. Stephen's asked for a count, so we're doing that now. $900,000 is the count. And Stephen folds. 2 more players to make a decision. 900,000.
Mattis looking a bit pained.
A time bank chip goes in the middle, and the rest get pushed to the front.
Pained and tired, I would say.
That's the 3rd time bank chip.
Is that another one?
Number 4. In goes number 4.
Well, what's your bet? He's got to be calling here, right? He's got to be calling. I mean, he's not shoved 3 of those in or 4 of those in without.
Well, remember, there's still action to come as well, because Anthony's still got to make a decision.
There it goes.
And Mattis says, I'm all in. Anthony folds. So Mattis shows pocket jacks, and it's 6-3 for Justin. Flop the
Yowzers.
straight.
Yowzers.
Mattis is going to need a miracle, and it's not going to come. And so
Wow.
King turn and the flop. We're just going to work this out. 900,000 was the count for Justin.
Well, in fairness, those jacks looked tasty. I'm not surprised the call was medley. What do you think? I'm gutted for the lad, but
tricky spot. It's a tricky spot. It's cost him 900,000 and 4 time bank chips. It feels, it's just horrible. I guess it was. I mean, it's a big. I mean, I guess you've got to look at it because obviously there was the raise from Stephen, called by Matters, then called by Anthony in the small blind. So when it got to the big blind of Justin, it was only another hundred odd thousand for him to make the call there from the big one with 6-3. So to be honest, there's no problem with him being in the hand. He's just flopped the absolute world, really. And a horrible pain's position for Jack. What I'm assuming Mattis is thinking is that, well, maybe he's connected with one of those cards. Is what you're hoping, aren't you? He's just connected with one of them. But actually, to have hit it as hard as he has is just, you're thinking is Justin bully, just trying to get everyone off that pot because it's a low flop. It's those with ace king, ace queen, ace jack sort of thing. You're going to get away from that. That's what it is. Matches is all in this next hand under the gun, and ace has put a stack of chips across the line as well. So we're going to be the two of them. It's 10-7 for Mattis, and it's ace jack for ace. So the 10-7 is going to be at risk here. Get this on the flop cam, I think, Des. Here we go. And it's 8 king king. Ace is still ahead. 10 on the turn for Matter. And queen on the river does for Mattis.
Oh my God.
Wow, brutal. After the hands we watched yesterday for him, Mattis finishes in 6th, but he finished 4th in the main event, and he's finished 6th in the mini-main event. That is a superb performance from Mattis across a few days. Very well done to him. And we're down to 5, Des. Mattis picking up. It's gone, but I think it was 900. I think for that incredible performance from him.
Yeah, smashing player, and some very useful chips there for Asa.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, both those hands, brutal. I mean, when you're seeing that on the turn, you're thinking, great, okay, I'm back in the game a little bit now. And then, a horrible river card for him. But we saw that with yesterday. He was, he maybe overplayed the all in with the Jack 6 first hand where he doubled somebody up yesterday. But then he had 3 hands in a row where he doubled players up from a huge stack that he had. And he just was unlucky in every single one of them. It's just either bad timing or the card didn't get there for him, whatever it was. And I'd kind of say the same sort of things happened to him again on this final table. He's just been very unlucky on both of those final tables.
He's a bit of an action player, isn't he? He likes to be involved, and sometimes it's just not going to work out. That's the nature of the game.
No, absolutely. But we are down to 5 now, so the guys are all locked up 4 figures now. £1,100 is the next prize. Then it goes 1,400. Then we get into our medal positions. Bronze medalist will pick up £1,700. Silver medalist will pick up £2,100, and the winner is going to pick up £2,800. The gold medal plus the all-important WCOAP 2024 bracelet. Event number 6. It's the mini-main. Beautiful. Got a few more of those to dish out today.
Yes, please. Bit of love coming in for Nathan from Michael Given. Let's go, Nathan. Edinburgh Grinder for the win. Andrew Garson. Come on, Nathan. He's doing well. Nathan is.
Similar situation. Yesterday, we had one player down the one end of the table, and all the rest were up the other end, and that's where we're at again. And Asa is all in from the small blind. It's folded all the way around. So I think Nathan's after a count he has, so we're getting that sorted.
Aaron says, let's go, Justin.
$1,230,000 is Ace's stack. Average stack size is about 1.7 million at the moment. So. And Nathan Hold showing an ace of clubs, and Ace shows the ace of spades. Impeccable timing from the dealer. The dealer change. It's like a Red Bull pit stop. This. It was like just as the one hand finishes, in they come, push, away they go. Yeah.
So anyway, Leigh, I asked you with 6 left. You know who your pick for the win was.
Yeah. So do you want me to tell you who's going to bust next? Yeah.
Do you want to go again?
The boy got unlucky. He got very unlucky.
Yeah, the boy.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
met him at the airport, you know, Harry.
Yeah, he
I
got
picked
very
him. I
unlucky.
knew he was a good one.
Yeah, he
Didn't
was.
work out, Lee. Didn't work out.
He got very unlucky. And to be honest, on what I've seen of Mattis on the 2 final tables, yeah, he probably would be deserving of picking up a medal in one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
Oh,
where
well, he'll
we
be back.
would say.
You just know we're going to see him here again next year, or elsewhere. He's a good player, no question.
So blinds are 50,000, 100,000. Nathan's in the small blind and Anthony in the big blind, and it's raised up to 200,000 by Stephen. Ace of folds. Nathan is counting out a re-raise, and he makes it 475,000 out of the small blind. Decision on Anthony, he's going to fold, so we're back round to Stephen. And he makes the call, so we're going to see the flop. 7 deuce 6. And Nathan shoves a stack of his green chips in the middle. I think it's 9 of them, so that's 900,000. And Stephen doesn't need any more thinking time.
Lee, the lovely Tracy Dell is out there. It's been a while, Tracy. I hope you're well. Is there any time delay on this? About 15 seconds. It is pretty much as live as you can get.
It's like the difference between a clap of thunder and a bolt of lightning, Des.
Absolutely. Nick says, just didn't even want to do this tournament, and look where he is. I think we're referring to Uncle Nathan, or perhaps Cousin Nathan. Just a wee lad.
So Nathan's on the button this time. It's folded round to him, and he's going to raise it up to 225,000. Anthony and Justin in the blinds this time. And Anthony makes the call. Justin going to get out of the way, so there will be 2 players for this flop. And the flop is 8 Jack 10. Anthony says, I'm all in from small blind. Nathan has that pained expression again and folds, showing the ace of hearts. Yeah.
Not to be. Nick says Justin, actually. It is, of course, it's Justin. Yes. The goat of Suffolk, as we have now come to know him. Martin Cole says, let's go, Justin.
So blinds are at 50,000, 100,000 for about another 5 minutes or so. And we're folding all the way round to the blinds again, and Justin makes up the small blind. Option on Stephen. Stephen says, I'm all in.
Oh,
and
hello.
Justin lets that go. So stack-wise, let's see if we can work out who's playing what here. Stephen's got about 8, 9, 1.2 maybe, a bit more, yeah, about 1. So Stephen's got about 1.2. Ace has got about the same, about 1.2 as well. Nathan, how much? Nathan's playing 2.5. Anthony has got about 1.4, yeah, about 1.4, and Justin's got the rest basically, which is Probably about. Got you guys carry on playing. I'll counter that. Yeah. Probably about 2, maybe 2 million. I would say. Yeah, about 1.8, 1.9, maybe something like that. Actually, no, he must have a bit more. About 2 mil. So it's not a huge amount between them. Actually, the average stack is about 1.7. So there's not a huge amount between those ranges, really. Is there?
Yeah, I agree.
They're all sitting in the somewhere between the kind of the 12 and 20 odd blinds.
No immediate danger there. Nick is slightly troubled out there. Leigh, he's saying, no phones at the table, surely. Well, of course, there's no stream information going through. We're not showing any hole cards, so no benefit to be had there. And that'll be Stephen on the button this hand.
So the players have just have negotiated a deal, Des, 5-handed. They're going to have a 5-minute break in 3 minutes.
Shouldn't we be part of that deal, Leigh? I mean,
yeah.
Do we not get consulted on this?
So Stephen's all in.
Union.
Stephen's all in on the button. Yeah, so just the blinds to get through. Asa in the small blind and Nathan on the big to get through. But yeah, in about 3 minutes' time, the guys are going to take a quick 5-minute break. So we'll keep the stream running and we'll just go on mute for 5 minutes whilst they're doing that. But we're probably going to get a hand or two in before then, I think. Asa folds and Nathan, for whatever reason, doesn't want to play 8-3 offsuit out of the big blind. I don't understand it. I mean, what's going on with poker these days? Honestly, it's, so many combo draws. Des. Yeah, that's what the kids say. Yeah, combo draws.
Combo draws. Yeah. Is that the terminology the kids use, Leigh?
It sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah.
I like that.
So Stephen adds a few more to his stack. Yeah.
Keith has a question for you, Leigh. Sorry to ask, but what was the buy-in?
So the buy-in was £70. So £70. Nice and a very cheap and cheerful mini-main final event here at Dusk Till Dawn. So there were 4 day ones. We got 296 runners in total for this mini-main and a prize pool of just over £17,000, and the winner's going to pick up just shy of 3,000 for that. But yeah, £70. So you had 4 chances to get through, play down to 12.5% of the field, and you could take your biggest stack through. I don't think anybody did actually make more than one day 2 stack. So, but it's a new one for us at the Worlds. We decided to put this in to give the guys something fun to play. So normally the day ones were playing on the kind of 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening on a 20-minute clock. 30,000 starting stack, but loads of plenty of playing. It was playing into sort of kind of 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. There was 111 runners last night from the final flight of that. So I'm going to guess with a minute to go on the clock, this will probably be the last hand before the guys take a quick 5-minute comfort break.
Yeah, it could well be, Leigh. Martin Cole is saying Justin's chips have never been so tidy. Jason is suggesting that it's Justin's wife's birthday. Hope he bought her something nice. And Keith is appreciative of the information.
Oh, a call from... oh, no, actually it's not. Yes, no, it is a call from Stephen under the gun. Sorry, Ray. Should we start again? It's a min click from Stephen under the gun. 200,000. Yeah.
I can run subtitles on this, folks.
So I'll just say any old thing. Yeah. He makes it 200,000, and Asa is all in next to Act. Nathan is on the button this time, and he folds blinds to get through, and we're going to get through those. So Stephen's made it 200,000 under the gun, and Asa is all in. Stephen's asked for a count. The guys are all heading off for a break, although they might see this hand play out because Stephen has asked for a count. So we're just getting that counted up now. $1,180,000 is the count. Stevens popped 200,000 in the middle already, and he's counting up his own stack. No, and he's going to fold. So the players are just going to have a quick 5-minute break, guys, and we'll see you back on the stream in 5 minutes' time.
Fantastic. Thank you, Leigh. See you all back in around 5 minutes. Cheers, everyone.
Sorry? You are not.
Welcome back, folks. So players just sitting down.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Nathan, and we'll be good to go. I can see him heading through now. So yeah, welcome back. 5 players remaining. Give you a quick rundown who we got. Seat 3, Stephen Fruit. In seat 6, Asa McGrath. Seat 7 is Nathan Duncan. Seat 8 is Anthony White. And seat 9 is Dustin Titchener.
Thank you, Leigh.
So blinds are 60,000, 120,000. Average stack is about 1.8 million. So there, guys, now average stack is about 15 big. So it is, yeah, it's getting a little bit shallow here now. So we're expecting to see a little bit of action. Guys have locked up £1,100 for 5th place. Then 4th place picked up 1,400. 3rd place picked up the bronze medal and £1,700. 2nd place is £2,100 on the silver medal, and the winner will scoop £2,800, the APAC gold medal plus the WCOAP bracelet for event number 6, the mini main.
Love it. Yes, please. Dave asks, Leigh, ever thought of a tag team mixed game?
Nice idea.
Yeah.
I think a tag team round of each might work, because that'd be an interesting combination of whether you then pair up with somebody that maybe is a better PLO player than the No Limit Hold'em player, and then you would then be looking to tag in and out depending on the variant. That might be a nice way of doing it.
Yeah.
That would be quite interesting.
Great idea, Dave. And with 90 players playing the 8 game, Leigh, there's no shortage of players who know exactly what they would be doing in that type of game.
I think if you were looking to do it as an actual proper full-on mixed game as a tag team, you kind of then just half the field don't get to play. And the reality is they all love to sit there playing those games.
Yeah.
Stephen is all in from the small blind. It folded round to him. Ace is in the big blind. He has a quick look at his cards, says no thank you. So yeah, I think probably for a full-on, I don't know, horse, 8 games, something like that, it probably wouldn't work, because the guys would just be gutted that they're not playing, they only get to play half the game.
Yeah.
But certainly something like a round of each. If you looked at No Limit Hold'em PLO, that was hugely popular, a round of each this week. I want to say it got like 170 runners there or something like that. It was huge. It was a massive field for us for this week. And yeah, I mean, that would work in a tag team format, because to say, what would you do if you're not really an Omaha player? I'd be looking to pair up with somebody that can play some Omaha and tag them in to play the Omaha rounds, and then you play the No Limit Hold'em. I mean, it'd be a lovely way of doing it. So that's a nice idea. Hadn't thought of that before, but I like that.
I think we'll add that to the list of things to discuss post WCOAP.
What? We've got to discuss stuff afterwards.
We always have a little wrap up, don't we?
I thought I wasn't going to see you and Tom until, I don't know, at least the autumn now. Yeah, that was going to be it.
You're not going to see me. No, I'm going to send in a letter to the editor.
Yeah.
The editor of the tournament series. Dear editor, a suggestion for your consideration. Tag team, round of each.
I like it. So tag team numbers steadily increasing. We've already lost a couple of pairings in that one.
I had, during the break, Leigh, I had a wee chat with Alan Ellis. I want to say hello to him. Alan, of course, a long-time APAP player, has been deep in a lot of events this week, and he was standing behind Kev O'Halloran, and they're teamed up. And there's a lot of experience in that team, Leigh. Crikey.
You're being polite, aren't you?
I was choosing my words carefully. It has to be said. I did say to Alan that if Kev makes it through, they have a good chance of doing well at the final. I'm not sure Alan understand exactly what I meant by if Kev makes it through, but I know you do.
I certainly do. We are very, very grateful that Kev is still with us playing APAT events. Absolutely love it. Love seeing him turning up and getting involved in the poker at APAT. Oh, Stephen raised it to 250,000. Yes,
Gotcha.
a whole 250,000. It does sound good. He is quite
Sounds
right.
good.
Ace of folds and Nathan does. So around just the blinds to go. It's Anthony in the small blind. And Anthony says, "I fee your 250,000." Decision on Justin out of the big blind. Sorry, with blinds at 60, 120. So I think he's given a yeah, which means he's going to have a look as well. So 3 players to see this flop then, Des.
Here we go.
And it is Queen 3 Queen with a couple of diamonds there. Check from the 2 blinds. Check from Stephen as well. The turn brings the Jack of Hearts. Goes check from Anthony again, as does Justin. As does Stephen. So we're going all the way to the river here. Ace of Hearts on the river. Check again from Anthony. Check all the way round. So showdown. Anybody want to claim? 8-7 for Anthony, 10-4 for Justin, and the pocket fours of Stephen. The 250,000 pocket fours do the business. And to get through that board in 2 players, but the fours were good. A bit of ducking and diving, and the fours got there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So on to the next hand. It's Anthony on the button this time, Justin in the small blind, Stephen in the big. It means it'll be Asa to act first. Heals those cards and very quickly discards them in the muck, as does Nathan, as does Anthony. So we're blind on blind, and Justin now makes it a 250,000. And Stephen's liking 250,000, so he makes the call. So 2 players to this flop. And it's ace 5 with a couple of diamonds on there. And they're keeping it to 250,000 because Justin bets out another 250,000. Stephen counts it out. So you're going to see a turn card here, Des. And it's the 6 of hearts on the turn. Justin says, "I'm all in." Justin is all in. He's just about our chip leader, I think, possibly at this table. So there's not a lot between a number of them now. So decision on Stephen. The board is ace, 5, 6, and Stephen folds. And the fours move to Justin.
Dear God.
The fours are good. 2 hands in a row. Fours are good.
Goat move.
And very much Justin is now, I can pretty safely say, our chip leader on this final table.
Meanwhile, Nathan's support continues to grow in the chat box. Jamie Murphy says, "Nathan donkey fish." Just
Don't think you
no
can
respect
call Nathan
these
a donkey
days.
fish. That's harsh.
Nathan
That's harsh
donkey
in the
fish.
chat. Got a little grin from him anyway. So,
He looks calmer on that.
yeah, he makes it 250,000 under the gun. That's what he thinks of
He's
that.
on tilt.
That's what
He's
he
on
thinks
tilt,
of that.
Lee.
He's like,
It's heavy tilt.
That's what the chat are going to call me. I'll do this. Oh, he wants to know. He wants names, Des. He wants names.
Well,
yeah.
just
He wants to know who it was.
Jamie Murphy. Say,
I'll
your
tell him
mate,
now once he's played
Jamie.
this hand. I'll tell him once he's played this hand when Ace has decided what to do. Because it's folded round to Ace on the big blind. He's had a look at his cards. He's having a think. He's pulling back the big blind, so he's going to at least call here, but I think he's counting out a raise. He is. He makes it 575,000 after using a time bank whilst he was having a think about that. He declared before he'd have been right, but he got in. The Nathan's now asking how much have you got?
You don't re-raise the donkey fish.
So all in and a call
Oh,
from
wow.
Acer with Ace Jack, and Nathan's got pocket queens. It's going to be the Ace Jack at risk.
Okay.
So here we go. Acer with the Ace Jack, Nathan with the pocket queens. 7-9 deuce on the flop.
That's dry.
King on the turn. It's going to need to be an ace for Acer. On the river, there it is. The ace on the river for Acer, and he is going to get a double up through Nathan, who is distraught with that one. Nothing you can do. Hands pretty much play themselves, and the ace on the river for Acer. Clues in the name.
Wouch. I tell you what.
Just counting that up.
Terrible.
Just over a million. 1.881. So 1.81 was the count for Acer. And that's going to put Acer into the chip lead. That's a massive dent in Nathan's stack. We're just counting that out. Yeah, that's really... Let me show you what... for those of you following Nathan at home, as I know there's loads of you out there, that's unfortunately what remains of his stack after the Queen getting busted there on the river.
I'll tell you what, Lee, he looks really unhappy there. When he looks unhappy, doesn't he look like just a young Pablo Escobar?
So I don't. He's on the big blind this time, and he's
all
put his
in,
stack already in, but he's got more than 120,000. So
gutted. He's gutted. Can't blame him.
So he's got loads. Yeah, he's got. I think he's. Yeah, for some reason I think he's a lot less stacked than he has, but he's got plenty for his for the two. He's got enough to do the 120 big blind and the ante. He's got a few chips behind. I think he thought there wasn't enough in the stack to do that. So, but he has actually got enough. So he was already on his feet. But what we can say pretty safely is he put 240,000 in the middle. He's probably got about another 140. Another 140 behind. So I think it's probably going to go in. Having seen Nathan play this week, yeah, he's not going to hold back here. He's going to take his chances and see what happens. So we'll see what the other players do knowing that, because they will know that as well. We'll see what happens. First of all, we've got some action with this hand, though. So before we get to what Nathan's going to do, we'll see what the other players can do. It'll be Anthony to act first. They're busy still chatting about the previous hand as to whether it would have played out any way differently. It might well have done. Anthony folds, Justin folds. Round we go to Stephen on the button. He's got a nice spot here. So Acer is probably going to raise it up. He does. It's all in. So it's Jack 9 for Acer, and it's 4-6, 6-4 for Nathan. 6-4 is at risk. So it's 6-4 for Nathan, Jack 9 for Acer. Queen, Jack. I think that pretty much does for that. 7 on the turn, and ace on the river. Again, not that that one matters. We're going to lose Nathan, unfortunately, in 5th place, picking up £1,100. What a great week he's had, though.
Mate.
Rep Scotland earlier on this week and has finished final table in the main event, picking up 1,100. Very well done to him. We are down to
fantastic
4,
effort. Fantastic effort.
We are down to 4.
Wow,
you guys want to move around, give yourself a bit more space so you can see down the table. You're very welcome to do so. So these guys now locked up 1,400 now for a top 4 finish. For anyone just tuning in, it goes 1,400, 1,700, 2,100, and then the winner will pick up 2,800.
Are they doing a post-hand analysis here, Lee, or what? Are they wondering where the button was, or
No,
Just
yeah,
some
there was a
random
miss.
chips
Just a
hanging
miss.
around?
No, it's because the so basically there's only a big blind this time round, is what it is. So actually, they'd already moved
Yeah. Got it.
to Anthony playing the small blind and Justin playing the big blind. But actually, Anthony hadn't played his big blind yet,
Yeah,
so
got it.
he's got to do that. So
Got it.
basically, there's only a big blind in this hand, so they treat it as a misdeal, and we'll just go again. Although, technically speaking, the cards could have held actually, because it's just a matter of just sorting out who was putting what blinds in, really. But they've gone again with it. So it's clean. So as I said, Anthony on the small blind, Justin on the big, Stephen to act first, and Asa is on the button. So 300,000 is the bet from Stephen. Asa folds, and Anthony says I'm all in, and Stephen says I call, and it's ace 10 for Anthony, it's ace 3 for Stephen. Ace 3 of clubs, ace 10 of spades. So here we go. We'll see ace 10 at risk, I think. Ace 9 deuce, 6 on the turn, and 9 on the river, which means the 10 will play, and it'll be a double up for Anthony. We're just going to count that up. $1,080,000 is the count. So that is going to put Anthony up to about the average stack now. 2.2 million is the average. So, and unfortunately, it's going to leave Stephen as our short stack of 4 with probably about maybe 100k, might not even be. So I think Anthony so he's going to be in a situation where he's in the big blind now, Des, and his ante is going to go in first.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much going to be it. Yeah, he's not even.
Yeah, well, good luck to him.
Oh, he's got next time round, actually. So there's one more to go, and then he's going to be in next hand. So, this would be the hand to shove it with, because you've got more chance of winning more chips by doing that. So it's the right one to put it in with. So Stephen's played it, to be honest, with any 2 cards, really. It's the right one to probably do. So Asa gets out of the way, and it's just a call from Anthony, and Justin checks his option on the big blind. So I think Stephen's put in it's a little bit light of the, I think it's 80,000 has gone in. I think it was, yeah, Stephen's given me a nod. So it was 80,000. So Stephen's all in for 80,000. But of course, it's a good spot for him to do it, because it's under the gun, which means he's got the possibility of picking up now 2 lots of blinds and the ante. So he can win the whole ante plus 80,000 from the other 2 players. So it's basically currently should be a side pot of 80,000, and the rest all in the main pot. So that's where we're at. So Stephen can potentially win the main pot there, and that leaves 80,000 in the side pot. There's still action to come from Anthony and Justin on a flop of King 5 King. All Stephen can do is sit there and wait. They checked. So we're going to see a turn of the jack. There's 3 diamonds on the board now. 120 is the bet from Anthony. Justin is going to fold. So the cards are on the back, and it's King Queen for Anthony, 9-3 for Stephen, and we are going to lose Stephen in 4th place, picking up £1,400. Very well done to him. We have our 3 medalists.
Played very well.
Des, we are down to 3.
We are indeed.
So whilst we're just rejigging the cameras ever so slightly, we'll carry on following the action here. And Justin takes down that one.
And now remember, only use 3 time banks when we're calling with the nuts, and leave me at least one. Well, yeah, but some of us are busy. We'll take peaks. Yeah, take peaks. Those are the sweet ones.
Draw. So Ace are in the small blind, Anthony in the big, and the button belongs
Strategy.
to Justin. He folds, so we're blind on blind. So Acer makes it 250,000. About 250,000. Oh, look, it's only just gone. Right. So I was just looking at the clock, and that can't be enough. But actually, the blinds have only just gone up this level. So the 250 is good because it was the hand the level before, shall we say? So 2 players can see a flop, and it is 8-5 queen. The Ace to act first. And he bets 150,000. And Anthony re-raises to 600,000. And Ace of folds.
Nick Guest says Justin's taking them down. Wayne Parker says Asa claims another medal. Will it be gold? Come on, Asa, get it won. Martin Cole says bring it home to Bury St Edmunds, Justin. So, a little bit of action in the chat box. Lots of you out there. Do let us know who you're calling for. Down to 3 now. We're all in the medals.
So Ace are on the button this time. And he makes it 350,000. Anthony folds. Anthony folds in the small blind. Justin just asks how much is that again? 350, yeah. And makes the call. So 2 players to see this flop. And the flop is 10-6-4. Check from Justin. And Asa says I'm all in. Decision back on Justin. Okay, so the board is 10-6-4. And he says I'm going to make the call, and he has done. And he's got 8-8-4, and Asa flips over pocket aces. So it's the 8-4 at risk here, 9 on the turn, and a 7 on the river for the straight for Justin to bust the aces of Asa.
Wow, wow, wow.
And we're just going to do a count and see where we're at.
Gee.
So 1,850,000 is the count from Justin. So that's all of Ace's green chips gone, but still leaves Ace at they're about in 20s, so still going to leave him with a million, maybe 1.2, maybe something like that. I would suggest something like that before he's put in this hand. It's going to be somewhere around there, I would have thought, which is still plenty to do some damage. But brutal. This final table's been dead, isn't it? Absolutely brutal.
Tom Banks had just posted "Good luck, Asa McGrath," and within seconds it was an "Oh my God." Jason says, "Lol, that's Justin." Nick says, "Yeah, boy, take them to school." Keith Hinnigan says, "Never." Yeah.
So it's Anthony on the button this time. Justin in the small blind, Asa in the big. Anthony raises it up to 400,000 from that button. And Justin says, "I'm all in." And Ace is going to fold, and so does Anthony. And Justin shows pocket tens, just keeping it honest at this final table. I think Asa might have had a hand there for a second. He was having a think about it. He looked a bit pained.
Yeah, he did look troubled.
Yeah. So blinds are at 80,000 and 160,000 for any of you that might have just tuned in. It's level 29. This is the final three of the WCOAP 2024 mini main. 296 runners started this. We're down to the final three. The guys now have locked up £1,700. It's 2,100 for second and 2,800 for the winner, plus obviously the APAP medals and the WCOAP bracelet for the winner. Average stack between the three of them is about 3 million. Asa is all in for, we know, for about 1.1, something like that, I think it was. And he's going to get that one through. So there's roughly about 9 million chips in play in total, Des. So Ace is now playing probably about 1.3, maybe 1.4.
Yep.
Anthony has got 2, 3. About 4. About 4, we think. Yeah. So maybe slightly less, maybe 3.5, and then Justin basically has the rest. So Justin's probably playing about. Ace is all in, and Anthony says I'm all in as well. So we're going for it here, and it's Jack 10 for Asa of clubs, and it's Ace 7 for Anthony. It's the Jack 10 at risk. Here we go. 9, 8, 3 gives Ace a few more outs. King on the turn is not going to be one of those though, and a 3 on the river is not. And we're going to lose Asa McGrath in third place. He's going to pick up a bronze medal and £1,700. We'll find Tom for a photo for that one as well. I don't know whether you can see him, Des.
Yes.
You can. If you're able to see Tom.
I don't see him.
So let him know. I'll go and have a hand. You take me off this camera. I'll go and have a quick pump for the guys. Start their heads up. And we'll. Do you want to do money, and we'll do a photo of him afterwards? Yeah. He's going to be down at the desk somewhere. If you're able to bear with me a second, Des, whilst I quickly scoot down there, just keep an eye on it. Yeah. Asa's third. He might have gone to get his cash. So, yeah. Oh, he's still up there, Tom, far side.
And then there was 2. So look forward to this heads up, folks. And Leigh's back with us.
Just going to get his money. So, yeah. It's Asa, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, cool. So we just sorted out. Ace is going to get his cash, and Tom's going to get a photo of that, and we are heads up. So, so it's a raise from Justin, and Anthony says I'm all in, and so Justin lets that one go. So. So the board is 794. And they've gone check, check, see an ace on the turn. Check, check again, see deuce on the river. And a bet of 500,000 from Justin is enough to win that pot.
One of the chat, one of them at the end. It's just join room. Pointer. Up to you. Go on and test it. Scott Red. Come on, Ant.
So we've all of a sudden got heads up quite quickly here now.
Yeah.
We've got, they've got plenty of play here because there's basically about sort of 60 bigs on the table now between the two of them. And they're going to see a flop here of 4-5 jack. Goes check, check. 9 on the turn. Check, check again. And we're going to see the king of spades on the river. Justin checks. And Anthony makes a bet of 500,000. Justin says, I'm all in. And Anthony lets it go.
Nicely played.
raise from Justin, and Anthony folds, and Justin shows ace king.
Easy game.
Well, yeah, you can get girls ace king heads up. You're certainly not folding. On we go. Anthony in the small blind this time. Anthony says, I'm all in on the small blind. And Justin's having a think this time. And it's, fold. Both these guys have locked up £2,100 now, playing for another 700 effectively, because the winner will take home 2,800, and obviously will change that medal up from a silver medal to a gold, plus also pick up the WCOAP 2024 bracelet for event number 6, the mini main. Justin says I'm all in, small blind, and Anthony gets out of the way. Really does feel here, Des, like we're just waiting for two hands to collide. That seems to be the way this is being played. They did play one a minute ago, which went down. They played all down all streets, but not really betting. It was checking down, and then there was a bit of action on the river. But
yeah, it's very much now a case of I'm all in, right?
Yeah, it does feel that's the way. But weirdly, there's more play now than there has been since we've been sort of 5 or 6 handed.
The action that you're seeing behind you there, guys, is the tag team competition tournament. 1 of 5 bracelet events being run today at Dusseldorf as part of the World Championship of Amateur Poker.
We've got a flop here of Jack for Jack, and it's a bet of 200,000 from Justin, and that's good enough. As Anthony folds. I want to say, it's hard to say stacked. I don't think that either of them have got them quite stacked in 20, so I can count them easily enough. But I want to say roughly, I'd say Justin's probably playing about 5.5 million to Anthony's 3.7, something like that. Maybe 5 million to 3.7. Actually, there's 5.8 in play. So yeah, sorry, 8.8 in play. So yeah, that feels about right. About 5 million to 3.8, something like that.
Yeah.
Roughly. So he's got a little bit of a chip lead. Maybe it might be a 2-1, but it's not. It's nothing more than that. So tag team, final one of the weekend is already up to 31 in there. Of course, that's 62 players effectively, because they're doubled up in that one. I'm not sure how long late reg is on that, Des, but they're into level 5 already. Is there a time for late reg on the? Actually, I can answer that. Don't worry. Already there. It's late reg till 7:15 actually. So there's another
that's good to go.
Another 40. Yeah, another 45 minutes or so in that. So I'm sure we'll see those numbers increase a little bit more. As we're going to see another flop here. It's 8-6-4. And Justin bets out 200,000, and that's good enough. Steelers trying to help Anthony out there. Trying to slide the pot to Anthony. Fair play to Anthony straight away. Said, no, they're not mine. They're not mine.
Give me back those chips. Michaela is out there. Leigh, go on. Justin.
So they got one more hand that had just been started to be dealt at the pass level, but then after this one, blinds will be 100,000, 200,000. So as you say, with effectively 44 bigs in play, it's I'd say it's roughly about something like 29 bigs to Justin and the rest to Anthony. He wins that one on a board of King Deuce 8-8. And just doing a quick change of dot clock on the feature table. There we go. And we're away to go. Asa having a quick chat with Tom on the rail, getting his photo with his bronze medal. Another medal for Asa. Got a mighty fine collection of APAP medals and bracelets over the years.
Lots of bling.
And if you're on the stream and you're new to APAC, check out apac.com. We've been going since 2006, running recreational amateur poker events all around the world. Lots in the UK, but also further afield, Europe. We've even run events over in Vegas, all aimed at the recreational poker player. No pros allowed. So basically, get yourself involved. Sensible priced poker tournaments. Really, really good structures. Great fun. Real social element to them as well. We've got stops in the autumn. We're heading to Blackpool, Newcastle, Ash over in the Czech, on the Czech-German border. We're in Malta, back here in Nottingham for our Poker Squads event in November, and then we conclude 2024 in London for our UK Championship of Amateur Poker at Aspers in Stratford in London. So loads more opportunities to get involved in APAT events this year. If you've enjoyed the structure here this week with a lot of mixed games, you will love London at the I think it's the 11th to the 16th of December. Entries are also open now for Poker Squads in November back here at Dusk Till Dawn. Teams of 4 get to compete in sit and goes on day 1 to qualify your team through to day 2. Win another sit and go, and you get your team onto the final table, and that's when most of the prize money is paid out. But we also pay out individual winners in the sit and goes on day 1 as well, in a mystery prize style way. Great fun. You can message Tom Brady on Facebook or get on the APAC group if you want to get involved in that. Teams of 70 teams in total, although it's already filling up. So if you do want to get involved, get 3 of your mates along for a weekend of poker at Dusk Till Dawn in November, and get your application in early. Got a flop here of 8-3-5. And 200,000 is the bet from Justin, which gets called by Anthony. So we'll see a turn card here, which is 6 of diamonds. And Justin makes it 400,000 this time and gets that through. Shows the 8 of clubs just to show he had it. I'm sure those of you that know him at home never doubted that for 1 second.
He always has it, Leigh.
Yeah. So this is the final 2 of the mini main event number 6 at the WCOAP. Going to be the first bracelet, first of 5 bracelets we're going to present today, the final 5 of the week. In seat 8, Anthony White is up against Justin Titchener in seat 9. Justin with the really significant chip lead now, I would say. But we're going to see another flop. Jack 9-6 is the board. Check from Anthony. And Justin makes it 300,000. Anthony on the left of his screen, counting out some chips. And he makes the call.
It's interesting.
So we'll go to the turn.
Very interesting.
Well, it's the deuce of heart on the turn. It doesn't feel like that's helping anybody. Anthony checks, and Justin's counting out some more chip. It could be 6 or 7, 7 maybe. Straight away, Anthony folds. And Justin adds. Justin shows a jack this time. Again, folks at home, you always knew he had it. Yeah. Justin flopping very nicely in this heads up so far, Des, and just showing that I'm hitting cards. So and he's just chipping up quite nicely.
It's like he's got a coloured sound wave in front of him.
Anthony's gone to the option of all in pre, so Anthony shoves and Justin shakes his head, says no thank you. So Anthony picks up on that min pot. So Justin makes up the small blind. Anthony checks his options, so we're going to see another flop, which is 3-5-5. Check from both players. Jack of diamonds gets another check from each of them, and 10 of diamonds on the river goes check again. 10-7 for Anthony. Got there on the river. That's good enough, and he picks that one up. Picks another couple of 100,000 to add to his stack. So Anthony in the small blind, this time Justin in the big. Blinds at 100,000, 200,000. It really doesn't feel like it's going to take much here for these chips to get in the middle. And Anthony makes up the small blind. Justin checks his option. So we're going to see another flop, which is 9, King, 8 this time. A couple of clubs on the board. And check from Justin, all in from Anthony, and Justin folds. So raise from Justin 3 to 400,000, and Anthony folds. So Anthony makes up small blind, and Justin checks his option here. So we're going to see flop once more, and it's 8-5 deuce this time with a couple of diamonds out there. And 300,000 is the bet from Justin. Anthony says I'm all in.
Oh, wow.
And Justin says I call, and they've both got Jack 8, Des. It's as simple as that. There is a run of diamonds is on, but the turn brought the 4 of diamonds. But the 2 of clubs on the river, it was, you heard Justin say any diamonds about. There we go, nearly got there, but not to be. As he says himself, would have been a brutal way to go if that had happened.
He'd have taken it though.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, Des. I mean, they're both quite happy getting it in there with Jack 8. You know, it feels like that's what it's going to be, that type of hand that's going to do it. I think it's I don't think it's going to take them to both connect with much on a flop, because they're quite happy to see some flops. I don't think it's going to take that much for them to both connect on a flop before we're going to, we're going to see some fireworks. So on we go. Anthony in a small blind, and again makes up that small blind. Justin checks his options, so we will see a flop once more. 10-7 jack. That's the type of flop where, with no raises pre, you think possibly they could have connected. Justin fires out a 300,000 bet. Anthony doesn't like the looks of his hand.
He doesn't dislike it, though.
But he's going to call. You kind of feel they both might have something here. So we're going to see the turn card, which is 3 of hearts. Justin counts out 600,000. Anthony again doesn't completely like it. He says I'm all in, and Justin says I call.
What?
And it's 9-8 for Justin. He's flopped the straight, and King 7 for Anthony. It's not going to make any difference because he's absolutely got there, and that is it.
Wow.
That is going to be done, and our runner-up is going to be Anthony White. He's going to be picking up £2,100 plus the silver medal. Very well done to him. But our winner, the goat of Suffolk. It's the goat of Suffolk.
Played, Justin.
Justin Titcher is going to pick up £2,800 plus the APAC gold medal and the WCOP bracelet for event number 6. Very well done to him. I know he's got a huge rail watching at home, so embarrassed as anything. He'll go and watch it all back, I'm sure, at some point. Congratulations to him. We're going to set up for a photo here and get that all done, Des. Once Tom is up here with the camera, so we'll hang on and get that sorted now. And yeah, I guess that's us done for the moment, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely superb. So great performance by Justin. Huge amounts of support in the chat box, as you would expect. What a win. He's won a WCOAP bracelet, and tremendous performance also by Ant taking the silver.
Can we set up chips here? Is that right? Yeah. I don't think it'll be, yeah, no problem.
Great. So shall we hang on for this picture, Leigh?
Oh, I think we're good because he's popped up quickly for a comfort break, so I think we're probably good for. We can probably end this.
Media duties and interviews. He's got to do all of that stuff. Yeah. So we're going to end the stream here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed watching that heads-up battle. It was quite interesting. That is it from this.
Am I in your shot? I do.
We may indeed be streaming more a little later on in the day, so do keep an eye out for that in the APAT Facebook group. Until then, have a good rest of day, everyone.